Both Dan and Will have now commented on how you've kind of grown as a leader. Can you explain maybe if you've done anything differently, or if you feel like you've just maybe matured and grown up in entering year three with the Ducks?
Yeah, but first and foremost, I just want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and like to answer that question of being a leader, I think stepping in and being here for 3 years, just learning under a lot of the dudes that's been here before. Like one of my leaders I had was like Stephen Jones. Like he was kind of the guys like when I was playing as a freshman, he would kind of like just calm me down all the nervousness. So just learning from him and like learning from other guys like Marcus Harper and everybody else, and like shout out to Coach Stein. You know what I'm saying? Like for them to just like trust me and like give me that role of being a leader and just to play the position that I am today, it just means a lot and just shows how much trust and that they have for me, and I carry that a lot.
Back right here.
Kind of building off of that, we just talked to Bryce, and he said a major reason why he decided to come back was that Rose Bowl loss. With the players that were here that did suffer that Rose Bowl loss, that disappointing feeling, decided to come back. How crucial is it now for you as a leader to make sure that you get other guys that might not have as much experience as you up to speed during spring ball in order to put yourselves back in that national championship conversation?
Yeah, great question. I mean, it's very crucial. It's important. Over here at the University of Oregon, we kind of created a standard of what it's meant to play here and to be a student athlete here at the University of Oregon. So, me being that role and just like being that leader and just kind of bringing these guys up, just letting them know, like, there's a standard, and if you can't live up to that standard, then that's just not what we want over here. So, just bring them up, like you said.
All right, Zach.
What's it been like getting to know some of the new guys, Isaiah, Alex, Emmanuel? How have you kind of seen them incorporate themselves into the program?
Yeah, man, those four new guys, in the offensive line room, like they're very awesome, great men and also great football players. They're eager to learn, like the way they just kind of like love the game and just the way they attack every single day, like whether it's in the weight room or workouts from the winter from they got here, now into spring, like you can tell like the improvements they made of just being confident, just being able to connect with everybody, because of them being transfers.
Front left, James.
What's your process in building chemistry with quarterbacks in general when you were working with Dylan so much last year in CQ? What's the difference of working with Dante that much more this spring?
You know what I'm saying, though? It's not really no difference, because, last year, like, in the beginning of the spring, too, I was working with everybody, like, in practice, just being able to, like, there's nothing really that changes besides the person. Shout out to Dylan, I love that dude. He's not going to be here, but I also love all the other QBs that's here as well.
Anybody else? James?
What's your process for, go back a year, Pancho, not just for snapping and that part of the position, but all the other things that go with playing center, the O-line calls, the mic calls, box counts, all the things that make your job your job. How different is that for you, and where are you in your development of that compared to a year ago?
Yeah, I know a year ago, I was building that confidence, and now, like, just playing a year at center is just that confidence, that boost is just up now, and like that leadership role plays a huge part in it. So now that I know I carry that role as a leader and like playing center for like a year, just like my confidence level is like up, and it's not like it wasn't before, like going into that season last year, but in coming into this new season, knowing that the role that I have, is going to play a big part into our team success this year.
Back left, back.
You're going to have some new players to your left and to your right at guard. Just how do you bring those players along, and what's that conversation been like, whether it's in film room or offside at practice, of just getting those guys up to speed?
Yeah, I know, like, shout out to the other guys I left, like Josh, and Nashad, Marcus, and Johnny. But for those two guards, whoever it is, at the end of the day, I just tell them, just have fun in everything you do, because at the end of the day, this game of football, it's a kid's game. We've been playing it for so long, so you just gotta have fun and just have confidence. We prepare so much for like games and certain situations. Like there should be no reason why we're not confident going into whatever we want to do.
Last question, James.
What have you personally gotten out of the trips down to Texas and working with Duke Manyweather and those guys? I thought you went down there this past.
In Arizona with
yeah,
LB.
Sorry about that, Arizona.
Yeah.
But what have you gotten out of that? What have you built and developed there in those trips?
Yeah, man. Like, working with LB, man, I appreciate them for giving me the opportunity to go down there in Arizona and work with him. Like, it really like helped me with my game like a lot, and I kind of incorporated to how I can better, fit myself. You know what I'm saying? So taking some technique from him to help me with my game, I can see some improvement now as I'm going into the spring. But I'm continuing just to get better, and learning.